All right, so in this video, I want to cover a couple of things. First of all, some of the tariff increases you're going to see on some of the bikes that I've tested out. You're going to definitely see the impact of those. The other item that I wanted to cover is as I step back and think if I could do it all over again, and I didn't have that kind of budget where I at the time was spending around $2,000 all in. That was with everything, not just the e-bike. But instead, flip it around and try to go for a cost-effective e-bike. Definitely not the same specs because it's cheaper, but something that still looks relatively decent, and actually doesn't look like an electric bike. I believe I found that, so stay tuned. We're going to get into that. But first, let me just show you what's happened price-wise. So my very favorite Cross Current S by Juiced bikes is going now for, instead of $16.99, it's now $18.99. So they've had a bump. And then the Fat Tire bike by Rad Rover is $16.99. So that's jumped a couple dollars, exactly what they stated. And in fact, they even call that out here. So they've done a great job communicating that and explaining to everybody that that cost is definitely being absorbed by them. They have to obviously pass it on to somebody because you can't operate a company and be effective and not do that. So that's just something to definitely pay attention to now when you're looking at the e-bikes, which made me think of what other possibilities are there. So another thing, if you go and look at this bike, Propella, I recommend going to Court's website and his electric bike review on YouTube. He's giving away one of these, and in fact, he's even putting like $1,000 of accessories on the bike as well. In fact, it's his 2.0. Really cool, and I think that's it's a great thing. You have to be in a certain area. Obviously, he's going to drive it to the person and all that, but I just thought that was a really cool gesture, something that he's doing. But this one, like the cheapest one, what again I like about it, doesn't look like an e-bike. It's kind of stealthy, but this one at the low end is about $1,100. Okay, so you're still, it's over that $1,000 mark. So I was going through Amazon, and I'll spare you like clicking around and everything else. Let's just jump into it. This bike right here. This is also, I've seen this same design, by the way. I'm sure you have. Let's try to get this to where it's not moving too much. This bike in particular is also, I think, branded under a couple of other names that I've seen on Amazon. Archier is one of them. This one, Opino, an interesting name. Obviously, this bike is made in China, but a lot of things are nowadays. But look at what it comes with. It has some nice shocks, not only in the mid section here, but, and I'm trying to point with my finger. You can't see, but with the mouse, it's moving around. Also has a suspension in the front. It's got a front light integrated. I don't know how bright that is. We can get into the specs. The battery's kind of interesting. It's right there in the handlebars, so that's kind of in the front. I thought that's kind of a cool concept. You put the battery there, so just like you've got this like tool pack in the front, it doesn't quite look like an e-bike. And the controller mechanism is right there. Again, I'm pointing at the screen. You can see right there. Anyway, let's go through the other pictures here. I like this color in particular. The price, let's get into that too once I get through the pictures. See the same thing. It's got the disc brakes, cable brakes. It doesn't have hydraulic, but again, you can't be too choosy on this. All right, price. So $709. Then you have to knock off $40. You're in it for, and by the way, that's free shipping. Free shipping. Get it soon. So this is actually pretty decent. You can end up all in on this thing, free delivery for $669, and I'm real tempted to pull the trigger on this because I would like to actually demo the bike, ride with one that's on the low end, and see how it compares. Click on some of these pictures. See how this bike compares to some of the higher end models. So again, this is it's substantially cheaper than the Propella, and yet it still has the functionalities. Now, again, it does have, we go through some of the specs. I'll leave the link on my on the what is this called? A video. Yes, I'll leave the link there. But take a look at it and let me know what you guys think. If you think it's worth doing, I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger and buy this thing, and then I will commute with it for a couple of weeks, and I'll do the same thing of filming it. I'm interested to see what it'll do. It's a 250 watt motor. It will do my commute. Looks like it'll go up to 15.5 miles. So with the top speed as well, I think it's around 18 to 20 miles an hour from what I recall when I looked at it prior. So take a peek at it. Let me know what you guys think. And if there are other ones, yeah, here's another one with the same design. So this one's slightly cheaper if you take out the discount. But again, it's the same. Interesting though. Look, the controller is in a different place. The battery's in the same place. It's a folding bike too, and I thought that was really kind of cool. So, yes. Let's put this one. I'll put this link there too. Add to the list. All right. That's got some cool fenders on it. Yeah, so leave a message. Let me know. Where's the Archer one? Very similar specs. But that's it. Yeah, so take a peek, and I will post an update, see what you guys come up with. All right, thanks. Y'all take care. Bye.